Now we get to part 3, the debate and the rebuttal part of the tutorial. Once again, this is the assessment criteria for the entire debate. And what we can see is that we're now looking at the third criteria. Rebut your competitors' decisions with reference to the financial press, stock ratios, and price action. Now the idea here is that in the first criteria, you explained how you changed your portfolio from last week to this week. In the second part, or the second criteria, you looked at how your group was different to the other groups in your tutorial this week, and argued why you believed you had made superior decisions. And now you defend and all of the allegations made about your group's poor decisions, and you can counterattack each of the groups in your tutorial, and with reference to the global, the national, sector-specific and firm-specific information, you can make pertinent points about each of the other groups in your tutorial and their deficiencies as you see them. Now the aims of the debate and the rebuttal are for you to consider each of the points and to debate them. The outcome, the end point of all of this debate is that either each group should defend their investment choices, or alternatively alter them as their thinking evolves about what is more appropriate. Once again, you're going to see a debate, a rebuttal from groups A and B. And what I really want you to focus on here is the fact that both groups A and B focus on the macro first. They discuss the differences in their perceptions about where they are in relation to the economic cycle. They do not simply look at financial news information pertaining to individual firms.
Now we're going to do a rebuttal, a bit of a discussion, arguing against each other's points. So firstly, I think the main difference between me and Slava's opinion is where we are on this macroeconomic cycle. I'm pretty firm that we're heading into an upswing, that the economy is recovering, whereas I think Slava still thinks we're on a downturn, and I don't think that's the best conclusion, because current evidence suggests that we are on this upswing. You've got long-term interest rates heading upwards, the Australian dollar is heading upwards, and it's highly correlated with world economic growth, and also the fact is overseas share prices are starting to head up in the States and in Asia, so I believe that there is a lot more evidence to suggest that we're heading up than there is to say we're heading down.
Yeah, well, I think that we're actually heading down, and that we have evidence to suggest that we're heading down rather than heading up. And the reason why I think that we're here is because, firstly, we have all the commodities going down, and this reflects our ones here because these are very highly correlated with the price of commodities. We've just had that $74.6 billion need to be raised in additional capital for banks in the US. That's why we've gone like this. Also, again, recapping how NAB have a very strong exposure in their UK operations. That's why, again, we've gone short. Sure, you've gone short.
Yeah, I agree, you're right.
Yeah.
With the financial sector, that the financial sector is still stuck in a hole and it's not going to get out anytime soon. I just think that commodities are going to go up because, commodity prices are still a lot down, but they're starting, that downturn is starting to end, and I think they'll start trending upwards soon, and that'll represent the recovery.